another brand new episode of Coffee in a Boardroom at CEPTES. And today we have a very interesting topic. So we are going to vibe with Agentforce Vibes today. And we are in conversation with our mentor and our Salesforce CoE Head, Mr. Priya Ranjan Panigrahy. Hello Priya, welcome to our
Hi Shani, how are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
So today's topic is we will be vibe with Agentforce Vibes. So my first question would be what exactly is vibe coding and where is Agentforce Vibes is coming into the picture, coming into the whole story.
For me, the vibe coding is the trend which created, right? After coming up with this AI and with the automation, the code generation part of it, right? When an AI able to generate a code, right, on its own, whether it's a front end, back end, or any programming language code, that's the concept we call it vibe coding, right? So the word is very, that it's like giving that sort of a vibe, that feeling of generating all the code and where your time is being reduced, you get a better knowledge and you can get a kind of a better way of writing the code what we usually typically go through that, right? That's well. Now when it comes to, because there is a vibe coding has become popular with a lot of other things like lovable, so many other things, and we are doing as a day-to-day basis. Of course, in the Salesforce ecosystem or developer ecosystem, there's always an expectation from when Salesforce is going to come out. So then Salesforce has that, the Salesforce code builder, Salesforce Einstein coding, and some other stuff which has been generated, built in the past. But in the Dreamforce, I heard this new name, the Agentforce Vibes, right? In that Agentforce Vibes is nothing but and you can access that your entire VS Code or developer environment within the browser itself, and you can get the extension which you can connect with your favorite IDE like VS Code, which you can get that one. So this allows you or the developer to write the code, to plan, architect, design, talk to your metadata, whatnot. And it also allows you to connect your MCP servers, your SFDX, CLIs, your Git projects. You can do almost everything that we would have waiting for. So that's been kind of a going, and I do see that in our company, hundreds of developers, when they start using this vibe coding, and because it's a free, right? It's a free. Salesforce trying their developers to start using it, see the productivity. And of course, it is not 100% accurate, and we don't want also, right? We ask our people to use it with a responsibility or accountability, right? It's not about what agent gives that you take it, copy paste it, and you just understand line by line and then refactor it. And it's not about new creation of code.
Yeah.
It can refactor your old code as well. It can generate that command. It can do a quality check into that. There are many other things also like.
So that just you mentioned code builder and all these things. So my next question is Salesforce already has a bunch of development tools like Flow, Apex, Lightning, Code Builder and all these things. So what makes this Agentforce Vibes that genuinely different from them?
Before Agentforce Vibes, we used to use the Cursor, Windsurf, GitHub Copilot, Cloud, ChatGPT, because they allow you to call MCP. Without MCP, they even can generate a good code. Apex was a better way of doing it, and then LWC. But what they were missing with the context, Salesforce environment, Salesforce context, Salesforce metadata as a context, and your project as a context, your customer environment as a context. This was missing. This was a generic one. And of course, that's a costly one, right? Now, before that, when you talk about code builder was allowing, because to create some triggers, some of the part it was creating, but it was not enough. And when you give it to somebody to reduce the time of a developer, literally if they don't find it is helping them to reduce the time, nobody will use it. And that is what you said, why code builder failed, why people did not use, even we asked them to use, we had a training session and all that one. But why there is popularity of Agentforce Vibes today? The reason is, now they started finding the real output, what they are expecting. Starting from a project, starting from a completely new requirement, now they can give as a prompt and they try to get the code, which will automatically create the class, generate the test classes, then it create the table, fields, object, fields, and then relationship, layouts, flows, all that it can be created, right? That is what the game changer over here. And the good part is that because it's connected to the SFDX or SF CLI, it allows you to query the data, deploy it, get the code from Salesforce to local, take the local code to your Git repository, create a pull request, branch management, and these are the day-to-day commands that a developer is working, right? And that's where they take a hell lot of time. Now when they do their favorite VS code, and then it will allow them to a conversational way of doing that one. Now even our freshers are much more smarter and they are doing a better than a so-called experience. Because they are very eager to learn some new things, and with the new things we do see a real change in their way of doing the things, because they are easy to learn something new and they are excited and curious to know more. That's what they are delivering it more as compared to our sort of experienced guy, because they are taking a little time and they have to unlearn, they have to believe on something, and they sometimes somebody says you go off, okay, I can write a better code than somebody else, then I can finish it quicker. A lot of other things. It's a fun in the same way that we are seeing this.
We are still learning about it. So, like one thing everyone is talking about the control. So people are saying that developers can now shape AI agents, like the agent's behavior like never before. So how is it letting the developers the control over AI agents' behavior and business logic? Like we were talking about guardrails, that kind of thing. So how we are empowering the developers to impose that control?
The good part of the Agentforce Vibes, it's not Agentforce Vibes, almost all co-pilots also they support into that one. But the nice way of Agentforce Vibes, they allow you to create the workflows. Now, they allow you to create the rule book, right? What is the rule book? We call it best practices. How a Apex code can be written, how a Apex trigger can be written, how a bulkification code can be written, how a batch job can be written, right? How a trigger is going to be written in multiple events, whether update, delete, whatever the event. So now, based on that, you can create the rules. And the rules is on top of your governor limitation, on top of your project standards, and then you can add a bunch of your rules of how the standard that company or project is following, you can write that one. So what happens when Agentforce Vibes, you ask for something to do, it understands those rule books. Just like a protocol that you need to follow. Otherwise, it was very, very difficult to review and to check every individual's code when a project team is a 50-member people and doing a PR management review and things that takes a hell lot of time. Still you can miss out certain things. But who is the loser here, who is a winner here? Is the both company and the customers are the loser here. I'm not saying nobody is a winner here. But with this Agentforce Vibes, and everybody is a winner here. And now that's where we can think about, now we can deliver a better, a quality things within the time and budget, which was always a myth. That if whenever customer asks, we always used to tell that no, you choose 2 out of 3. You want speed, quality, speed and cost. You choose 2. But with this Agentforce Vibes, we give 3, all of 3.
Right. So since we are talking about that building phase, right? Okay. So after building, the next phase comes is testing. So when we talk about testing, like how does Agentforce Vibes actually help teams ship cleaner, safer, better tested logic?
Beautiful. Now the good part of Agentforce Vibes is that it generates its own test classes in a way that I was talking about workflow. You can always create a shortcut or workflow, say that as soon as I specify one class, your job is to find out where this class is being used, what are the different methods, understand the input and output parameter to the method, whether it is a what kind of class where it is being used. It is used by LWC component, or it is used by email service, or a job, or a trigger, or something else, right? Based on that, you create your test users. Based on my script, okay, what business type of different user going to use this class? How, right? Which are my different use cases? Whenever there is a if and else comes into my condition, then it creates a multiple test cases and assertion also into that one. Creating a test user, creating a test data, creating an assertion, and making sure that every use cases has been created separate with proper comment as per your test spec or use cases. That is the outcome that we expect. Of course, but sometimes most of the consultants so far, if you'll ask, because I cannot move my code from dev to production, because of 70% of code coverage limitation, we always try to do the test classes we can cover at least this much, right? But now we sometimes forgot. Maybe you don't get time for that because this required a time for you to test, to do, and all that in connection. So just to briefing you, like Agentforce Vibes helps to create a test data, create a test classes, and even the beauty of that is, so what I'm talking test classes is LWC jest classes, which are JavaScript test classes, and the Apex test classes, Apex unit test classes. But how about the functionality where the kind of a screen where automation test framework is coming to test that? If at all company using some automation framework, right? Any other popular one, Selenium, or let's say what we have a Agentforce, which allow the free open source AI based test framework. Once you use that, this set of test frameworks or test cases also can be triggered from the Agentforce Vibes, because it's all about connecting via CLI command, and pretty much you can execute a command from the command also. Okay, test. What you can do, the prompt is something like this. Make sure you generate a test class. You run this test class. Apart from this test class also, you go to my test folder and try to run all this by Selenium test classes or by Agentforce test classes also you run, collect the report and combine this report and give it to me. This is quite, and now because I do day-to-day basis of work and I monitor, I review, I know that what is the time it is actually consuming versus what is the time actually we saved it. You will see that, and that's what when I see people are now more time they are playing football and chess and carom. The reason is that they are finishing their work
on time. Now with Agentforce Vibes and Agentforce, it is the double the fun.
That is what I'm saying. Now, where only developers are having the fun, not the QAs. Now the QA developers both are having fun.
That is nice. So so the last question it is like, let's address the elephant in the room, which is like, should the developers be worried that now AI can replace them with the Agentforce Vibes? Or they should think it like that, okay, let us learn Agentforce Vibes a little more so that it can add value.
Correct. Now, it is incorrect that I am not in a favor of any AI tool can replace people. But yes, it will replace people if people will not adopt AI. If you don't care, then nobody will care you, right? If you don't care about AI, no company will care about you because customer asks for that, customer demands for that. And now if somebody else is being smart because of using of a tool, then it was the basic expectation somebody is going to ask. Asking for more expectation from your remuneration and flexibility, things like that. It comes with a cost. and what cost. So today, if you look at it, that's what I was about to tell you, they are playing it. But we did not ask them to do what you do. Whatever has been given as a part of your day, that's what it's been done. So now what did happen right now? Are we going to replace people? No. Because our service model is all about a resourcing model or a fixed cost model, and that is what we are trying to do that one. Now what best can be happen? Maybe these resources can be utilized to some other projects. Maybe we can give that a gain, what we are gaining from an 8 hours work we have done with the 4 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour or 6 hours. This value customer is supposed to get back. That is the value that you are looking, the customer has to get back. It is not we are gaining it over here. It is the customer at the end of the day we are going to gain on that one. And coming to the people, those who are using this tool, they are going to be, because it is not enough. And now coming to you. How can you replace it? Because still somebody has to give that prompt. And somebody should have a knowledge to get that writing the prompt or context. Number 2. A code has been generated. Look at it. I cannot understand now the C# code or C++ code. Imagine. If Agentforce Vibes or any other coding tool is going to give me the code, I cannot understand that. If I cannot understand that code, how can I commit it? How will it troubleshoot the code? So Agentforce Vibes allow you to reduce the time, but if the same developer supposed to go through the line by line and make sure he or she is accountable to the code what is generated by the. Now it will going to give a lesser time a quality code, but doesn't mean that he is supposed to aware of what is happening, so that he or she is the one who is going to troubleshoot tomorrow. He is going to demonstrate to customer tomorrow. He is going to explain to others tomorrow. That cannot be happened by Agentforce, and no customer is going to believe on that one. So that people is always going to be there. They are indisposable. They are supposed to be there. It is all about they are getting smarter day by day. As more tools, more things are coming day by day. Accordingly, all business, everything going to fall into that category, into that one. Customer may ask more in less, right?
You can expect more productivity from them.
Exactly, and that's until unless it's all about value chain. Once a customer start pushing you that they are more productivity, company also going to push to more resources in the same way, and that's where probably the world is shifting and changing slowly.
Right. So yeah, we have covered almost all the important questions for today, and this is a brand new topic to discuss. And what is your thought about it? We can wrap up this session with one last question: that where do you see the Agentforce Vibes, the future of Agentforce Vibes is going?
Agentforce Vibes is really great. I would urge every Salesforce developers, QA, BA, architect, let's take that. What you can do, you can make, because it's sort of open source, the rules, the flows, the shortcuts, it's supposed to be contributed by the partner ecosystem and the developer ecosystem to make it much more stronger. You get something free, right? Thanks to Salesforce, right? And then there is a lot of other contribution has to come from the company, from the partner to the developer community to put that one. But if the one day will come that every developer must to use, and this is going to be the first interview question: have you ever used Agentforce Vibes? Can you show me Agentforce Vibes and create a batch class of handling thousands of records, complex records? So how you will do that one? Show that in the Agentforce Vibes, not in the show me the logic. Create a diagram, create a document, create a test classes. What are the best practices? What are the guardrails? All those things they have been asked. So I think sooner or later people will adapt. Doing good, lot of features are also adding it, and because of the open functional, open flexibility of that, because it's a VS Code extension at the end of the day. And again, it is an open layer with MCP. Now we connected with the Figma. Our UI UX guy generating LWC component wireframe. Once you put it in Figma, it automatically connects as per the Figma file of customer 360 degree. Create LWC code and relevant this by using the context, this object, this object, this object. So this guy knows this object, the context, the metadata, the everything. They're creating, cooking full-fledged food and serving in the plate to us. You just need to verify that all the health check parameters and all that one. Then you can take it, and then you can commit, create a pull request, do that one, and life is changing like anything. So that's what I say, today or tomorrow it's all about the adoption. The sooner is better. The sooner people will adopt and understand the power of that. They should feel that okay, I'm not holding those old days of kind of weapon. I'm holding a bigger weapon right now where I can, with that, I can cut every problem that customer is having or company is having, that I can cut through the power of Agentforce. It's very powerful.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Priya. It was a wonderful session with you, and we got to learn a lot of things today. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
So we have covered the most important questions about Agentforce Vibes today, and this is a brand new topic to discuss, and we are still learning and exploring this new topic. So if you have got more questions about Agentforce Vibes, please drop them in the comments, and we'll make sure that we'll get back to you to each single one. We'll try to get back to each single questions you have. And if you have enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we will see you in the next episode.